G'day, and welcome to Ranmerged. Ranneko plays Submerged by Uppercut Games. So this is a title that I saw pop up on Games about a week and a half before it launched, or before it will launch. Time travel. It's a bit tricky. But anyway, it immediately intrigued me. It's an exploration game. You're a girl finding medicine for her brother. And I'm just gonna start a new game. I tried it myself so before this, so I thought it would be good to just get to grips with it. And I wanted to confirm something, which I'll go into once the game itself starts. Got this nice intro sequence, which is literally one of the videos you can watch online. And it shows you and your brother entering the city. Not under your own power. In that you're both unconscious. Well, I assume you're both unconscious. You both appear to be at least somewhat, lying down on the job. So, you get this nice, slow introduction. And the introduction to the home base. So I can't say the game runs beautifully on my system. It seems to run between 20 and 50 frames per second. Doesn't bother me too much, and of course I'm recording in 30 frames per second. But we'll see how we go. So here's the start. It's pretty standard controls. WASD. Carrying a brother. And here we go. It's a pretty nice looking area. Lots of candles and things here. And E is the interact with an object key. Your brother, not in great shape. And here we have it. So you'll see that there's no recognizable text. I kind of wonder if this is just like the English alphabet with a substitution run across it, or if it is just entirely made up, if it's a real alphabet in terms of... I don't think it's a real alphabet in terms of like real world languages, but in terms of like, could you use it to create words and things? Is it consistent enough? And you get this, which, again, like, it could, for all I know, be an actual language, but I'm pretty much assuming it's the game's equivalent of Simlish. You got a clearly tribal culture. Well, clearly some kind of primitive culture, and all of these words have value judgments associated with them. But yeah. Then you got the boat controls, which are... okay, they're a little bit interesting. And you've got giant sea creatures. Need something to stop Taku's bleeding. And rather than being a sensible person and doing that, I want to just duck out this way. Because there's a bridge that I saw in the thumbnail for the game's trailer. And that actually caught my eye. And that is actually one of the things that really made me want to try this game. And it led me to an entirely wrong conclusion. Entirely erroneous. But I saw... come on, there's the bridge. There's the bridge I'm looking for. Okay, there's landmarks around the city that it gives you an incentive to find. The basket wheel here, 1 of 8. But this bridge that you can see off now, off in the distance, I saw this and I immediately thought, okay, Screen Australia, Aussie devs, that's the Sydney Harbour Bridge. This game is set in a post-apocalyptic Sydney. I'm really sure that is not the case, because you come around here and you see this giant statue, and just around the city you see a lot of statuary, and that's not Sydney. So I can't help but be a little bit disappointed by that, but really it was my own expectations that caused that, not devs. So just gonna see. Because you also get there's also a thing for trying to collect animals. There we go. So, gotta do that. And now we'll actually go and do the story bit. So, one of the aims of the game, oh look, is to collect pigs. Pig science. No wait, it isn't to collect pigs. I just saw the pig and was like, oh, that's interesting, I hadn't noticed that before. There we go. This is where I'm meant to be going. I've got the compass up in the top of the screen. Hello? Hey, wait, no, that's a barrel. Clearly something has happened, because there's barrels and there's really weird stuff in the water. Nothing is in fantastic shape, shall we say. Okay. The first thing is, this really lets you realize that these flowers are signs of where you can get off the boat. There's one by your home base, there's one here. Basically, flowers are a sign of an entry point. And they're also used elsewhere, but that's really the thing to look at, and it continues the theme here and elsewhere on the building. But you've got Prince of Persia style parkour, I guess. I mean, it's also used in Assassin's Creed, but it's pretty straightforward. There are ledges you can climb on. There are ledges you can climb up to. There's some bits that you can only just hold on to. But you're exploring the building and trying to get up to the top because there's supplies up there, and we could see them from before. I think it's implied that at some stage, well, I mean, look up here. You can see the stripes. I think the implication. And there's also these books which tell history of the city. I'll keep these in my journal. You can see our story. Our story, which starts off village above the ocean, family, happy mom and dad, and looking at this, triangle heads are women and square heads are men. And then there's this, which is not very clear. Found one of the whales, and we've found the basket. The pedals to lead us upwards. You've got these streamers, which I assume are basically meant to be parachute material. I think aid was dropped on the city at some stage in the past, because that fits with my conception of what would happen in a situation where this kind of thing occurs. Although obviously I would expect that if a city is this submerged and has weird green stuff over it, I don't know. I suspect that in general human society is not doing that well. Yeah, and it also then says emergency ration on it. So we can see that there are 10. So I assume that we then need to, during the course of the game, find 10 of those. We don't have to go back down. The game automatically takes us down. And if we go to our bro, get him patched up, bandaged. I'm sure he's feeling fine. So I'm not sure which... Yeah, and we get a bit more story. So Dad goes out hunting for fish, and then they eat fish. Sounds good. It's what you want if you're living on the ocean. Kinda limits the amount of farming you can do. Obviously there's plenty of trees in the city. But yeah. If we look at the journal, we've got more of our story. She just said something which is, I need to find more of those crates. And there is a day-night cycle. We get a telescope. So that was there. And zoom in. Oh, that's our ship. Lion statues on either side. I'm curious as to what city this is meant to be, if any. I mean, obviously, they don't have to make it out of any particular city. Oh, hello! So basically, that's what we want to see, is we want to find sections where clearly something has fallen in the past. Is there anything else we can see from here? Mostly looking for shiny things, but I don't know that that's actually true as a thing that's good to look for. Anyway, we've found something, so we've got an initial place to look. And maybe along the way, we'll spot some other things. Hey, buddy. I'm assuming that you have no interest in me. Although I can't say you look that great. And you've got these nice, really thin buildings with the weird circle signs and arrow. I like some of the senses. You also got the occasional tire and oil barrel thing. Hey! Stingray, weird jumpy stingray thing. And another boat. All of these boats seem to be cashed in for acceleration. This will boost my boat for longer. Epoch 2. The Princess and the Golem. You got these ads. Okay, that's where we were looking. We saw that, didn't we? At the library. The Rungholt Memorial Library. And there's our flowers. That indicates our entry point, I think. Yep. Rungholt Memorial Library. Things flash. And up we go. So obviously this works pretty much the same way Zelda vines work. Except that if we stick to the flowers is where we can go, basically. The flowers are our guide. And yeah, I quite like the mood that's set by this. Things glow in the nighttime, which is kind of unsettling. We have a tendency of disturbing birds as we move around. But it's pretty cool. And I want to explore the city and try and find out what caused the problems. And find out more about my character here. And my brother and my family, basically. and I'm pretty sure I'll get as I go along. So these books, that is, yeah, something. That, like, this is very abstract art. And then out, whoop, along we go. Can't get around that corner, so up, I assume. It's a really weird shadow effect from those trees. Oh, look at that night sky. I'm a sucker for a nice, pretty night sky. Anyway, let's do this. So we can't jump onto that pipe. Can go up here, but I want to explore along here first. So the game kind of pulls a bit of a trick, which is if you grab the canister, you leave, right? Which means that those books tend to not actually be on the path towards the container. So I kind of want to make sure that before I continue, I have all of the books. I want to find out the story, like what I can piece together of the story. But alright, I'm gonna go back the way I came if I can work out how to do this. Alright, on that case, S turns me around and W moves me in the direction I was going, and A and D do nothing. So since the parachute markings are on the right hand side, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume that I'm not in the spot I want to be. And we'll just come down here. Oh, we're back at the start. So that was one way of getting there. Okay. Ah! It's interesting that there are the two paths. I kind of assume in these kinds of games that there will be one path through any given area. It'd be nice if the nighttime was over, though. Okay. So we can leap up and up again. And we've got these pipes, which also can be climbed. Because I'm sure that there's no way that they'll have rusted through and be prone to falling after all this time. Nope. Nope. Everything is fine. And I'm guessing I'll be allowed to climb. No, I can't just climb the tree. What am I thinking? Aha! I knew there'd be a book up here. So buildings growing with plant life, and you can see that these, like, I've got 46, 48 there. So that's not really that useful to me right now. You. Okay, thing of interest. In general. Oh wait, that's the building that I was on before, so I missed something on it. That's annoying. Can I see any other things though? There's the lady. Aha! And there. Oh wow, that's quite a ways up, that building, isn't it? Whoops. Wait. Ah! Get going. So, right, so those are secrets, boat supplies. Ah, right. Yeah. And supplies gathered. Turn off the telescope. And let's see what we can find. So that's it for this way, as far as I can tell. There's the sky. Can't just move along there. Nope. And down we go. That does not seem comfortable. Also, those covers, she just clips straight through the covers, which is probably for the best, rather than just then immediately falling to her death. But it bugs me. And honestly, like, there's got to be a quick way of going down, and they've got to be fastened to the building, so there's only so much you can viably do. But it still bugs me. Alright, let's get going. Let's get over here. Yes. So, can I just straight up skip those by climbing? Nope. Pipe is recessed and thus not useful for climbing. It's interesting that you, like, vines are the only not man-made thing that she climbs. The flower vines. And she never seems to climb a tree, for example. Alrighty, let's see what we can find up here. Hello. I'm going to collect you. And do all of the buildings have the glowing stuff? Oh, hey. Hello. Hello? No, that was just a glint off of other things. But might as well. Yep, sure. I have no idea how you spotted that through those trees. But sure. Can't see. Yep. End of the crane. Thought I saw, yeah, there, but that doesn't get caught. Well, whatever. Grab. Those also some kind of plants? Yeah, that's right near the end. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna tell me anything. It's completely disconnected from the overall narrative. Do not have enough pieces yet. Let's go further up the building. That fixed camera angle, I guess, shows me that I need to do this. Yep, that's cool. There's nothing down there. It doesn't look like it's accessible. There's really big palm trees and things, which I can't say I entirely believe can grow from just pavers and things. They feel like they should need a lot more dirt than you could possibly get in these structures. Well, they are still structures, but you know, that doesn't mean I'm right. I don't want to go there yet. Wow. Because I don't want to go home yet. Basically. Yep, that's exactly what I'm here for. Which is why I am not getting it. I didn't even mean to come up here. I didn't realize I could. I wanted to go over here. I want to explore around here. Yeah, see? This. Yeah, see? See? Look at all this stuff that I may have skipped if I didn't do that. Okay. Looks like I want to go this way. Because that doesn't look like it's leading anywhere. And I guess I can check. No, it doesn't go around the corner. Hey there, bookie book. Yep. Some kind of growth. Sure. Growth. Growth occurred. The city grew. And there's, yeah, like, no way inside these buildings. Whatever is inn doesn't look like it, like I guess these buildings are in some way filled with something. That's a really interesting effect on the metal there. Is there any... Alright, nope. I'm going. Going. And that's it. Okay. I probably missed something on the building. We'll see. Emergency ration. Lighter. So, we get back. And what do we got? And her hands and feet are discoloring. Dad goes out? No, Mum goes out. There's a storm. Mum dies. That's what I'm getting from that. That's sad. But yeah, no, her hands. Definitely, her hands are discoloring and she's... I think this might be kind of a Shadow of the Colossus kind of tragic ending. And with that happy thought, and the knowledge that I need to find something for Taku to drink, I'm gonna leave it here. So, until next time, have a great day. And you know, let's try and not get into this kind of state if we can avoid it.